Hello and welcome or welcome back. Today we're talking about dopamine dressing. Hey, hello, welcome. Today I'm doing another Knit Your Aesthetic video. If you've been around for those before, welcome back. If you haven't, we are talking about a aesthetic or style of dressing, and then I'm showing some knitwear patterns that I think you could knit to achieve that look. So I'm really excited about today's. I think it's really fun, and I've been leaning into dopamine dressing a lot, so I'm excited to hear what you all think. And yeah, it's gonna be great. And before we get further though, I do want to mention this video is sponsored. It's by Luisa, which is all the jewelry I'm wearing today. And they've sponsored before, so I'm so happy to have them back. And they make super high quality jewelry that is affordable as well. It's durable, it's waterproof. I can wear, all of this through the shower. I never take my earrings off, so I wear them sleeping in them, showering, going to the pool, all of it. They stay on, they don't tarnish, and they're strong. Like, I fidget with my earrings a lot too, and they stay up to it. So I get to stay, look stylish and cute, despite the fact that I'm constantly messing with everything. Same with my necklaces. Constantly messing with all of it, but it stays nice through all of that because it is so durable. It is also just stunning. So I have this necklace, two necklaces from them today. Here's one. I'll show you close-ups as well, but I have one with these cute little flowers and then one with a nice moon. And you'll see this much better in the close-up, but the nice moon with like a cool area around it. And then for earrings, I'm wearing some gold hoops from them, and then these are gold-plated hoops which actually came with little pearl charms, but the charms could come off, and I added ducks, which I got at Flock this year. So very fun. I really love Ana Luisa. I really appreciate them sponsoring again, and hope you'll check them out because they do make such high quality, such nice pieces, and I feel like for any look, any aesthetic, jewelry adds such a nice extra touch. But when it comes to dopamine dressing, I think that adding fun jewelry that makes you happy, that's kind of whimsical, is just a really great way to elevate a look and make something you're wearing make you happier. So highly recommend checking them out. I do have a link to shop them down below, so if you are interested in seeing more from them, you can definitely check them out below. And I want to say again, thank you to them for sponsoring, and thank you to you all for getting my channel to where it is, where I can accept sponsors. So, all right, moving on to what we're talking about today. Okay, so today we're talking about dopamine dressing, which is an aesthetic in which there's not as rigid of like you're wearing this and this and this in these colors. It's more of just like an aesthetic where you are dressing to make yourself happy. So this often involves bright colors and like more, not childish, but like youthful fits of things, more whimsical things of like balloon sleeves and things like that, and like color blocking and fun texture and just like fun little pops of details and something that like is normal but adding a fun touch to it to make it exciting. That's why I'm wearing my duck earrings today, because they do bring me so much joy. They are like such a big source of dopamine for me. I'm also wearing, this is not a hand make, but I'm wearing this cardigan that has two different colored sleeves because I think that's a really fun example of dopamine dressing. So yeah, just really fun colors, lots of fun different things. So I have kind of tried to break it down into like some common tropes that we see in dopamine dressing, but the real crux of it is just wear things that make you happy. You're not dressing to look super sleek. Like, you also want to look good still, but like, your goal isn't just like dress for your body type, dress to like look good in the office. You're not trying to replicate like a certain style as much as just dress in things that like are exciting and fun, which I think all of us could use a little bit more of. So I've got 4 different categories of patterns, each with 3 in them. The first category is balloon sleeves. I just feel like that's a very common thing, a very fun, like like balloon sleeves make me very happy. I think it's fun and cute, and just adds like a little bit of whimsy to a sweater. So the first one I have is the Tellin. This is by Maria Jesus Camus. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. It's Camus. I think it's Camus, but could be Camus. It was in a pom pom magazine, but you can also just buy the pattern, and it is so fun. It's got like such fun texture too. I love the colors that her samples in, with these like, you know, kind of pinky confetti colors, and like the contrast raglan seam looks just so wonderful, and like such a fun little texture as well going on. And then a great balloon sleeve, like just the perfect definition of a balloon sleeve here. And so, yeah, I find this one so pretty, so fun. I think like for multiple reasons it fits this aesthetic. I'm targeting it for the balloon sleeves, but I think like the fun little texture, the contrasting details, two of her samples are in such great colors for this aesthetic as well. Like this pinky one that most of the photos are of is great, and then there's this other one that's like also kind of neon speckly with like a mint contrast. They're just like wonderful and such fun dopamine dressing examples. So this pattern is fingering weight. It actually uses, it looks like a mohair held double as most of it. I believe. It's interesting. I think that you're holding like a mohair and a fingering weight together. And then, yeah, I don't really know how they're making what the combination of yarns is. There's 3 yarns mentioned, but overall it's a fingering weight. There are 8 sizes, and they go between finished bust circumferences of 39 3/4 to 65 3/4 inches, and then you wear it with 4 to 6 inches of positive ease. So there we go. Really wonderful piece. I think this is so fun. Next one is a little bit more simple, but still has these fun balloon sleeves. This is the Hopelessly Devoted cardigan, and she has a fun sample in like bright kind of speckly colors. I like this one because it's bulky weight. I think that a lot of these dopamine dressing patterns too have like thicker sweaters, which, you know, was a trend a while ago, of like Wool and the Gang and Weird Knitters, like the very thick sweaters with like where you can really see the stitches and all of that. I think is a great example of dopamine dressing as well, where it is kind of more fun and like arts and crafty, if that makes sense. You know, less, you're not trying to make it look machine made like a lot of handmade sweater patterns, you know, are, you know, really well tailored, trying to look almost like they're machine made or commercially made. But these thicker sweaters are kind of leaning into like, no, this is handmade. And so I chose a bulky one for this reason. I still think that it's a really wonderfully shaped one. Like it's not the sew 4 panels together kind of style. It's still really nice, but it has that like look to it. And so it's got some pretty intense balloon sleeves again. It's also got like a nice tuck to it. It's not just the typical balloon sleeve. It's kind of got like a pinch, kind of like looks like that, which I think is fun. And there is a really fun color. I think also just making it in like a really fun pop of color would be a really great way to like have your dopamine dressing. If you're not into like multicolor, just do like one really fun solid color. And I think that while this piece is really simple, it would add a lot to a like wearing it over a dress or over a pair of overalls could really like just be fun and add some dopamine to your life, depending, you know, on the color you choose. So as I mentioned, this is a bulky weight, and the sizes available are to fit bust circumferences between 28 and 62 inches. And then the next pattern I've got is the Aura sweater. This is the last in the balloon sleeve vibe, and I think this one is really fun too. Someone made it into a dress, which is so cool, and could be really fun. But I think this one's great just with the like fun kind of peplum edge to it. Really, it's also like a fun dopamine thing. It's just very whimsical the way that it's created, and I really love it. I think this would have also worked really great for Studio Ghibli, which I talked about a while ago, and the Renaissance Fair. So I wish I'd found this pattern then, but I'm glad I found it now, and I think it really does like have such fun. You know, it's got the balloon sleeves, but it's so fun and light, and it'd be super fun to make this in like a bright color and wear it just over like a pair of jeans or something. Could be like a really fun pop of happiness in your outfit. So it is a lace weight piece. You're knitting it with a mohair or, you know, a suri. I think it's held double. No, held single. So it's very light. This is definitely more of a layering piece because it's not, you gotta wear something under it. It is designed to fit between a 30-inch and 60-inch bust. Next category of knitwear pieces is an oversized vest. I think that this is really fun for layering and a really easy way to add a little pop of color. Like you can have the rest of your outfit be more neutral if you want, and then add something fun like a vest on top, or, you know, this could be the simple piece if you are kind of trying to balance, like you don't want everything to be super bright, or I can add another layer of color to an already colorful outfit. I think all of those are great depending on, you know, how you want to take dopamine dressing. And this first one, I think also has like such a fun element of the way the button band is. It's like very zigzaggy. And so this is the Peony Vest. It's by Annie Germain, and it's so cool. It's so fun. Come on, it's so fun. So it is a bulky weight piece. We're looking at 9 sizes here, and those sizes are designed to fit between 28 and 62-inch bust circumferences. And oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's so cool. I can't get over like the fun, like this must also just be so fun to knit because I feel like you're constantly doing increases and decreases to create this. And so it'd be like a really engaging knit as well. And you come out of it with this really cool vest, which also wouldn't take very long because it's bulky weight. So very, very cool piece. Okay, the next vest I've got is the Best Dressed Vest. This is by Ashley R. Adams, and it is very simple, very fun. I think it's brioche. No, it's fisherman's rib. It's in half fisherman's rib, which is a stitch I've been wanting to try, and you can either choose to have it be tied or just connect it a little bit, but most of it is going to be kind of open on the sides, so it looks like it's just a throw over tie piece, which you can make it tied as well. I think that this is super fun layering piece of like adding this over like a colorful dress or something could be really great. I don't know, whatever you really wanted to do with it. But it's cool, it's fun. It's a way to add more color or have it be your primary piece that you're wearing and have that be a fun pop of color, whatever you want to do with it. It's a fun way to like incorporate more color, more fun, more pieces. You know, I feel like a lot of this aesthetic is the idea of just more. And so this is a great way to add more. So this is made with sport weight yarn, and there's 10 sizes available, and those sizes are designed to fit between a 28 and 66-inch bust circumference. And then our final pattern here in the vest category is the Diamond Tie Vest. This is by Mia, and it is such a fun piece with like the texture going on, and then the 2 little ties in the front. I think, again, she's wearing it, you know, as the top, but if you wanted to wear this like over a dress, over a pair of overalls or something, like, or, you know, as your top with a skirt or something, I think is a really fun way to have this dopamine dressing. And so this pattern is a DK weight, and it has 8 sizes available, and those sizes go between 28 and 58 inches. All right, and then moving to our next category, I'm really cruising today, our next category of patterns, and there's so many in here. I just chose 3 that I think you could have a lot of fun with, but there are so many different ideas. If you just look at like Intarsia patterns on Ravelry, you can see a lot more as well, but these are the ones I chose today. Are this category of like kind of fun prints or like fun color work motifs that are a little bit larger. Like we're not looking at Fair Isle here, we're looking at like big motifs. And so mostly Intarsia is going to get you there. And so the first one I have is the 4-letter sweater. This is by Lindsay Deegan, and she has it charted to say yuck, but has instructions for you to say anything on it. I think you could say like knit if you wanted, or I don't know, whatever 4-letter word you wanted. But she does also mention that you can adapt it to add more or less letters. And she guides you through that. So whatever word you wanted to do, I think could be super fun. I mean, if you wanted it to be like very knitty, you could add knit to it or something like that. Like a lot of the projects, someone added wonder, kind, yeah, pole, hope, okay, poem, Paul. Someone did do it with knit, clem, duck. I like duck. Fine, hope, yeah, star, brat. Someone made a brat sweater out of this as well. So you could make a brat sweater if you wanted, like from Charlie XCX. So yeah, very, very fun pattern with a lot of different possibilities for you. And I think it's like a fun way to just add a little bit of whimsy, because you also get to use 2 colors in the sweater when you're adding the different letters. So yeah, overall, very fun. The sweater is worsted weight, and the finished bust circumferences go between 38 to 72 inches, and an ease isn't available. It doesn't tell you what ease you're looking at, but it seems like it's a pretty large ease, and they do mention that it's designed to be a genderless fit with the sleeve tapering, and so that's also a nice feature. Next in this category is the Ellie sweater. This is by Rita Marquez, and it is a really fun checkerboard sweater. I think that the checkerboard is super fun. I love her sample in the like pink and lilac. I think that's really sweet, and could definitely work for dopamine dressing, but whatever colors make you happy are really what we're looking at here, of course. And this is a bulky weight sweater, and sizes go between extra small to 6XL, which it does not tell you the bust circumference, which is kind of annoying, but it seems like there is a large size range available. And we're looking at 11.5 inches or 30 centimeters of positive ease. And yeah, sizes are not available, but it seems like there is a large range of them. But I do wish that they'd tell you the bust circumferences. All right, and then the final like fun print sweater is the Lathe cardigan. I chose this one because there's so many fun different samples of it. I think like she has, this is the Lathe cardigan by Rebecca Clow. Rebecca has a really fun sample with so many different colors going on. Like there's half the body of the cardigan is in one color, half's in another, and then the sleeves are in different colors, and I think that's super fun. There's also samples where like one half of the sweater, so a sleeve, and like half the body is in stripes and the rest is in a main color. I think all of that's really fun, and like just is a really fun way. I really like that the stripes in the back are like offset, so like on one side of the sweater is white then color and the other is color then white. I think that's such a fun detail, and so I think this is a really great, like really well constructed, but also like really fun and customizable sweater pattern for your dopamine desires. She also does have a sample where it's just different textures, which could be fun. I think combining different textures with different colors could also just be like so fun. So this is a worsted weight pattern, and there's 9 sizes available. Those sizes have finished bust circumferences between 33.5 to 65 inches, and the recommended ease is 1 to 4 inches. Okay. And our final category here of dopamine dressing pieces, which can mean anything, but here's what I think, are fuzzy or like fun textured things. And so the first pattern I have is the Audrey jacket. This is by Cheryl McCarty. She's also known as Coco Amore, and this is a really fun boucle piece. And so it's like pretty simple cardigan overall. It's kind of a fun, I think it's drop shoulder fit, although it looks more like maybe contiguous sleeve. I'm not sure what the fit is, but you know, well-constructed, simple cardigan, but then knit in like a really fun texture. And again, I think doing this in like a bright color would be super exciting and fun, and just add like a layer of texture, a layer of something exciting to an outfit as well. So this is a bulky weight. She uses Gepard Garn's Teddy Bear, so you are specifically trying to target like very textured yarns here, so maybe you could find a bulky weight boucle or something. But bulky weight and 11 sizes available. Those sizes are intended to fit actual bust circumferences between 75 to 150 centimeters, which is equal to 30 to 60 inches. All right, and then the next piece I have is the Teddy Half Zip. This is by Kristen Zimmel, and it is, again, a boucle piece, but with the fun zip neck. I think this one's super fun. I've been seeing a lot of people knit it lately because it's fun boucle, and there's not that many like super fun boucle pieces. I especially love this like bright, I think this is Pepperoncini by Explore Knits actually, but this really bright kind of greenish orange or greenish yellow color. Is it Pepperoncini? Yes, it is Pepperoncini by Explore Knits, which is where I work. And so very, very fun, like bright versions. A lot of them are neutral, but I think doing like a fun bright with a fun zipper is like such a really easy way to add like a lot of fun to an outfit with the combined texture, with like a fun color, and then getting to play with the zipper too is just like so fun. And like the piece in neutral also does like beautiful and would be like cute and cozy and just like adds that texture. But again, bright color would make it so fun. So this is a piece where you're holding a DK weight plus sport. So it's also a fun chance for marling because you're holding like a DK weight boucle and then a sport weight yarn. So you can also kind of marl those together. I think that could also be really fun. And then you just do all the finishings like the cuffs and the bottom ribbing in the sport weight. And so you're looking at an Aran weight overall. And then the sizes available are between extra small and 5X. And so that equates to finished bust circumferences of 40.5 to 71.5 centimeters. And it is designed with 11.5 to about 12.75 inches of positive ease. All right, and then our final pattern, I really cruised on this, is the Aniela hat. This is by Alexandra Solioaniuk, who's also known as Vert in Rose. And I think that this hat combines a lot. It's fun fuzzy. Her sample uses such fun colors, and the fact that you get to use two yarns allows you to like do a really fun yarn and then like a more neutral yarn like she's done to create like just such a fun combination of colors in this hat. And then like she has another sample in kind of really fun bright pink and just a white, and I think that one's also beautiful and so fun. But I love the use of the fuzzy yarn. And so this is a brioche hat. You're using two different yarns. She used a DK weight hand-dyed yarn and then drops alpaca boucle, but any boucle will do. You just need DK weight, which most boucle is. And it's in brioche, and then there's one size available for your hat, but I think that it'd be pretty easy to change the stitch patterns or change the gauge if you need it. And yeah, it's just so fun. I think it's a great way to like add a little pop of dopamine decor dressing if you're like, you know, mostly a neutral dresser, but like want something fun. A hat is such like an easy way to add that as well. All right, so those are the patterns I have for you today. So much fun. Like I think that dopamine dressing is a style I really want to lean into. I was trying to dress in it today and it was kind of hard for me. I've realized like I don't have like this piece really makes me happy, and I have some pieces that I like feel like I look very good in and are really I enjoy, but they're not like that dopamine punch. So I kind of want to lean into some more color and some more like whimsical fits. I think you'll see that in my autumnal knitting plans, a sneak peek. Yeah. Let me know what you think of the style. I know it's like not as defined of an aesthetic as like I normally cover, But I hope that you also still found it interesting and exciting, maybe inspiring. And again, thank you so much to Ana Luisa. I think, again, jewelry is such a fun way to get into dopamine dressing as well, adding the fun accessories. And with Ana Luisa, you know you're getting really high quality pieces. So I highly recommend checking them out, and you can do so below. So thank you to them. Thank you to you all for watching, and I will catch you all again soon. Bye!